I want to lay my cards on the table right at the start and say this, that when it comes to comparison as a Christian in our walk with God, comparison kills. It never gives life. It never brings freedom. It only ever causes pain and anxiety. I remember when I was thinking about getting a new car, and the car that I really, really wanted was a Citroen Grand Picasso. That was a car that I thought about. It just really suited our family, and I really, really wanted it. And at the time, we didn't have that. We had another car. And you know what it's like when you have something in your head. You see that all the time. So I was driving around, and I would just see Grand Picassos everywhere, and it really kind of created this sense of anxiety and anticipation until I was finally able to get the car. And what was interesting is the very next day after getting that car, I'm driving along in this beautiful new car that God had blessed us with and given us the ability to get. And I'm driving around, and my eye is immediately drawn to another type of car that I hadn't thought about before. And suddenly in my spirit, I started thinking about this car and how I would be driving it and how it was much better than the car that I had. And there's something inside of all of us, and I know it's a bit of a silly example, but there's something inside all of us that draws us to comparison. In our brokenness, we compare, we look up and we look down. You see, the reason that comparison kills is that if you compare yourself to someone else in a favorable way, it can drag them down. But if you compare yourself to someone in an unfavorable way, it drags you down. Either way, nobody wins. The Bible tells us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and God has a unique plan and purpose for every single one of us. And so my encouragement for you in this first session is to not compare in any situation in your walk with God, whether that be the resources that you have, the talents that you have, the job that you have, whatever it is, whatever God's put in your hand, appreciate it and use it. But you know, there is one type of comparison that doesn't kill, but it gives life. And that's really what I want to talk about in the next session, the comparison that gives us life. God bless you.